Hello everyone, and welcome to Cat Scratch Kitchen. Way back in 2016, Olive Garden introduced a limited time menu item called Chicken Alfredo Spaghetti Pie. It was a fan favorite during its time, but like many limited time items, it didn't find a permanent place on the menu. In fact, it disappeared that same year. If you remember it and loved it, or never got a chance to try it before it was gone, you're in for a treat. Get ready to fall in love with this cheesy, creamy, and comforting pie. It's easier than you might think and perfect for impressing your family and friends. So let's grab your apron and get cooking. All right, first thing we want to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Then we need either store-bought or homemade pie crust. Mine actually shrunk a little bit, but that's okay. It's the least important part of this dish. And I blind baked it for just a few minutes. Don't have to, but I wanted to make sure because my crusts are really butter heavy, I wanted to make sure that it didn't get soggy underneath our spaghetti. And to add to our spaghetti, along with our cheese and our Alfredo, it calls for a half a cup of pancetta. Now, my store didn't have pancetta this week, so I'm using bacon instead. I've already fried it, and now I'm just going to chop it up a little bit smaller. It's going to get mixed with our spaghetti, and right now I have my spaghetti on to boil, and as soon as it's al dente, we'll start adding everything to it. Our spaghetti is ready to al dente. It's good and hot, just drained it, and now we're quickly going to add a cup and a half of an Italian cheese blend and half a cup of grated parmesan. And we want to stir it together pretty quickly, just so that the cheese doesn't get gloppy. Once you get it started, I'm going to throw in our half a cup of pancetta or bacon and stir that through as well. I want to make sure that cheese is spread out all over everything. And now we're just going to evenly spread the spaghetti into the pie crust. And I may have a little more spaghetti here than I need just because I don't have a deep dish pie plate here. Some of our cheese got just a little bit clumpy, but that's okay. It's going to melt down into my pie. That's about as much as I can stuff in there. And now we're going to top it with another half a cup of our Italian blend cheese. Just cover the entire top of it. Now we're going to put it in our preheated 350 degree oven for about 25 minutes. And while that's baking, we'll get the rest of the ingredients ready for our pie. Okay, while our pie is baking, we're going to work on our chicken. Add a little bit of olive oil to a skillet, and I have 2 chicken breasts here that we're just going to cook until done. I'm going to season this chicken with some salt, some Italian seasoning, and some garlic powder. And then we also need to have our Alfredo sauce. Now you can use jarred Alfredo that you buy in the store, or you can make your own. What I did was I used our Alfredo sauce mix that we had made previously. I'll put a link for that in the description. And it calls for 1 to 2 cups of Alfredo. I like a little bit more Alfredo so that we have extra in case anybody wants to put it over your spaghetti pie at the end. So I'm making about 3 cups worth. There's our Alfredo pie, or the spaghetti part of it anyway. Now we're going to make it delicious. Have our Alfredo made, and I'm going to put about a cup of it over the pie. Let it kind of seep down in there. And I'm going to take our chicken breasts that we cooked, and I'm going to slice them. Still nice and juicy. I'm just going to place the slices all across the top of the pie. It's actually more chicken than you would have gotten on the Olive Garden pie, but we want plenty on there. And then I'm going to top it with just a little bit more of the Alfredo sauce over the top of the chicken. Now, the recipe has quite a few steps, but none of them are difficult. And just a little bit of time, and you've got a fantastic dinner. And there you have it, our delicious copycat of Olive Garden's chicken Alfredo spaghetti pie. It's such a cozy and indulgent dish, perfect for any pasta lover. If you give this recipe a whirl, I'd love to hear how it turned out for you. Drop a comment below with your thoughts and any tweaks that you might have made. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to our foodie family. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our tasty adventures. And as always, the recipe will be linked below so you can print it out and try it for yourself. And until next week, don't forget, have fun in the kitchen.